Hi, good day to you. It's pretty nice outside, even though it's supposed to rain later. I'm gonna try and do an oil change for the first time on this here step van. Wish me luck. Today I'm wearing my shirt from Danny Boy, tattoo artist out in San Francisco, California, at Let It Bleed Tattoo. He's a wonderful artist, great guy. Try to drop a link in the description. Here's some artwork that I drew in Sharpie originally on some paper back in 2019 for this bicycle ride. It takes place the first of the year. That's the lettering inside here. It says bicycle ride on January 1st. Regardless of the weather. There's a alligator eating a bicycle. A ferry guy, bicycle back to the boat. Our bicycles over here, sporting Elite Bicycles logo. This design was requested from the fellas over at Elite Bicycles in Tyler, Texas. The name of the ride was To Hell and Back with Brent Cutler. It went from Marshall, Texas, and rode 20 miles on the back roads to the swampy areas of Caddo Lake. And then 20 miles back. Okay, so I got this Klein Tools multimeter. I'm gonna check the new battery. It's been sitting for a few days. I think there's still a little bit of a slow draw on it somewhere, but I'll try to hook this up here. What's the condition of the battery now? It's been sitting, shoot, I think since Friday. Put it in, I don't know exactly what day it is, but checked it Friday. Check it again here. Put this on 20. See what number it's at. So at 12.68, 12.69, 12.69, 12.68, 12.69. So it looks like it's staying steady at 12.68, 12.69. That's good. That's not what they're running, so meaning that I got to do an oil change. I got to heat up the engine. Let's see about starting it. Okay. Start. Yeah, start it right up. Okay. It's showing that it's running at 14. So, see if I can do this two hands. One hand, maybe this hand can hold that, and then you can hold that. Looking at 13.68, 13.69, 13.70. numbers are climbing up, so that's good. It's charging. Alright, well, I'm gonna let it run a while, and in the meantime, I'm gonna put the seat back in. I'm not gonna put the cover back on yet. There's this whole little carpeted cover thing. I'm gonna take that carpet off of there. So, I'm gonna leave that off for a bit. Put the seat back on, and then park it back here and do an oil change on there. I gotta crawl up underneath there, and there's a bunch of red ants in the dirt, so I gotta park it a little bit out of the dirt. Hopefully, I mean, they come across the concrete anyways, but not as much as over there. Little ant nest right there. Man, those things are firecrackers. In your socks, on your back, your toes, your fingers, everywhere where they bite you, it sucks. Say we take this thing for a little drive around the park here, run through some gears. So this one goes 1, 3, 4, and then drive, neutral, reverse, park. Put it in drive. It's regular drive right now. See if I need to change from there. Alright, here we go. First time it's been out on the road in a couple of weeks since I got it. Gotta do an oil change, so gotta heat up the oil. A better way to heat up the oil is to drive it around a bit. Also want to see what the stabilization is like on my camera, because you're definitely on bounce mode at the moment, as far as I can see. The sunshine coming through the window heat me up real quick. There's a quick temperature change on my knee. Park speed limit is 15, so trying to go over that. This seat bottoms out whenever I go over speed bumps. First time going over a speed bump, I thought the suspension bottomed out. It's crazy, but I actually realized it's my seat. It's a comfortable seat, but man, just going over a little speed bump real slow, it bottoms out, kind of jolts the lower hip bone, tailbone area. Oh jeez, low trees. Took 8 minutes to get around the block here. Just driving around 15 miles an hour. Can do pretty good. Oil ought to be nice and warmed up now. Okay, here are the tools that I'm going to need for doing the oil change. Not all of these tools in this toolbox are going to be needed, but I'm not exactly sure what size the oil drain plug is. So got those. Surely will fit something in there. I got a couple different wrenches for pulling off the oil filter. It's not really necessary. I'm on flat ground, but I just bought these. So I'm gonna use it. It's got a good parking brake, but I'm just gonna put them there anyways. Maybe I'll forget that they're there and try to drive over them. Who knows? Definitely need water when doing oil change in Texas, especially in the summer. Oil filter, there's the oil, there's some oil stabilizer, there's a ground mat down on the bottom for letting it back on. There's a bunch of ants, I don't know if ant bites, or at least minimize them. Got a big old oil catch pan. Definitely need some wasp and hornet killer. Probably use a little bit of cleaner there to clean off around the oil drain plug before I do it. Big paper towels, nitrile gloves. Also got this other glove whenever I actually pull off the oil pan drain bolt. The thing will be hot. It'll help using with this camera holder. I'll probably use this tripod. It ain't hella artsy if it ain't hella artsy. Got these nice little wall sconces with the octopus tentacles on them, just for the photo, keeping it hella artsy. Like to do this shadow thing with the blink. Okay, gonna open this up, provide a little bit of light. There's definitely some wet oil underneath there. I don't know how old it is. Like that. I'm gonna check the oil now. It's been sitting for a minute since I filled it. Not yet to the full line. Just over the first mark. So definitely needs some oil, but probably a small little leak. We'll keep an eye on. All right, one thing you got to do when draining the oil is undo this, let some air breathe through there. This one, this is the oil fill cap, but this actually has two of them, so undo both of them. I'm actually gonna fill it with this one. And what the video I was watching, it was saying to pour this in first. I think it's a little bit thicker, and then pour your other oil in there, and it'll help get it down the tube and all that. So, all right. Eleven 16. Strip it all. Tighten it on really tight. Strip it out. What do you say? say?
Bringing it on.
Yeah, I just somebody stripped the plug though. The drain plug is stripped, so I gotta get it off there. I'll get a new one, you know, but they way over tightened it. Yeah.
Then you put some like pipe dope on it?
Well, it's I'm trying to loosen it up.
Oh.
You know, trying to drain it. I haven't drained it yet, but
I put it on there so tight it takes that down.
yeah, somebody put it on there super tight. But you got do you have a 11/16? That's a hex head. This is those ones with the teeth.
I don't know.
No worries, I got a couple things here. Figure it out.
I got a big old toolbox, but I don't know if that's got it.
No worries, I'll get it.
I come back and go in there.
We'll see you in a bit. I got it.
All right.
Okay. Let's see how much drain. Got some hot oil, hopefully. There we go. So it's at the 10. It's over the 10 mark already. All right, so while that's sitting there draining, and before I try to get in there and release that oil filter, I'm gonna do some cleaning in here. The only thing I really cleaned is that battery base. I'm gonna vacuum in here and then start focusing on vacuuming back here. There's a really awesome floor in here. See that? It's like some sort of grip grid. Shiny, sparkly grip grid. See to what degree it's cleanable. Okay, so here's the oil drain plug, the front one. You see it, somebody really damaged the crap out of it. It was a little bit wet, so I think this crush washer is no good. So I'm gonna take this down to the auto parts store and try to get a new one. Hopefully they got the right size one with the magnet in it and such. But, all right. Alright, so I had to run into town and looking for replacement of this one. Went to quite a few different auto parts places. I ended up finding one in Napa. They had one with a magnet also, not all chewed up. This one's 11/16 and this one's running a 3/4. I'm gonna install this and then take off the oil filter. Yep, trying to get this oil change done. This weather is definitely clouds are coming in, getting lower and grayer. Squeezed some rain out on me the other day, real quick. Don't be fooled by them pretty clouds. The wind's starting to blow the trees. Weather's shifting. Starting to get windy now. It could rain at any moment here. I'm gonna work on getting this oil change done. Got the oil plug, a new one, getting ready to do the oil filter. Finagle with too many of these wires here on this alternator. So that thing was being screwed on. Screw it off that way. I think so. One hand up in here. Oh, it's moving a little bit. With this oil filter tool. Yeah, it's not too tight. It's like going centimeter by centimeter. I can get a good. Okay, there you go. Doing better now. See if I can get it with my hand now. Okay, before I take it too far off, I want to see if I can slide up underneath there to get it from below. Oh yeah. See it real good now. All right. One pan, just in case it drips. And there it goes, drops out the bottom. So I'll load it back up in the bottom. All right, so it's pretty full. Almost up to the top of it. So, got the oil filter off there. I'm just gonna go and clean the mating surface real smooth. Just gonna clean that before I put the new filter in. And I'll put oil on the rubber ring on that oil filter and fill it up before putting it up in there. Film this. Just kind of clean off this smooth surface here. Make sure there's no debris. Okay, well it's not dripping at all, so that's good. Okay. New fleet guard. I sure hope those threads match up a little. I'm gonna go actually just put this on dry for a second. Okay, so yeah, it did fit on there. Just it was a little tricky getting it to go up in there at the right angle, you know, but ran it up the threads real good. Fits nice. So what we can do now, see, this is 4 quarts. side of there. Got the Shell Rotella T4 Triple Protection SAE 15W-40 Heavy Duty Diesel Engine Oil. Just gonna pour some of this in there. I'm gonna put as much as was in the one that I took off. Pour it in, and it's rising up, but it's also now it's going down a little bit because it's got to get in all those little cells. There's a ring about an inch or so down, about an inch and a half down. I'm just going to fill it up to there. That's about where it was. Okay, and then purposely spill some on the inside edge like this. Get some of that and put it on that rubber seal right there. You only really have to put this on hand tight, just a little nudge, hand tight. But coming up from underneath, it's gonna be a little bit heavier than when I was doing it with the test pour. So that measured out to be, so it's 3/4 of a quart that I put in there. I think I got it started. Yep. All right. Right on the threads. Okay. We'll put this new drain plug in there. Whew. That magnet is working good. Threads are nice. That'll be just right. Don't want to tighten it too tight. A little snug. Okay. All right, so this Lucas oil stabilizer says to use 20% of system capacity. Example, 1 quart oil stabilizer with 4 quarts motor oil. And badly worn engines use up to 60% of system capacity using every oil change. This is 32 fluid ounces, and I had to go on the internet and look, and 32 fluid ounces equals 1 quart. So 1 quart of this with 4 quarts of motor oil would be 5 quarts. I'm putting 10 quarts in, but it actually takes more than 10 quarts, so I'm just gonna put 1 of these in for now. I don't know what the history is of this engine, but I'm just gonna put 1 of these in and put another, let's see, I put 3/4 of oil in already, so I'll put 9 1/4, somewhere around there, 8 1/4, which will make it 10 with this and the oil that's in there. So I don't know if it needs 12 quarts yet. It only dumped out 10 and then 3/4. It was a little bit low, so maybe 11, 12 for the total, but I'm gonna put 10 in and then get it up to 10 and then cycle the motor, let it run for a bit and then let it settle and measure it and then add accordingly. One thing about working in the sun, this hood sure does make a nice shade. It's in the right angle, man. It's like Darth Vader's helmet. I think it's huge. Man, this thing will fit right there, perfectly in there. So pour all that, this whole quart in there, and then I'll start pouring other oil. A little thunder going on behind me. Okay, well that's emptying. I'm gonna go get this oil ready. See, this is the one that I opened up already, so I'll be using this. I'm gonna clean that out. That's what I'm using right there. 3 1/4. Man, that Lucas stuff was like molasses compared to this. This is like homemade pancake syrup right there, real runny. This is 4 quarts. Total out, this thing is 4 quarts. 3/4 went in the oil filter. 3 1/4 went in here, 1/4 of that. So that's 5 quarts in. So here's another 4 quarts. So that will be 9 quarts altogether. So make 9. I guess I'll do 2 quarts out of the 3rd gallon that I have. And that'll make 11. Then I'll, pretty sure it holds at least 11. This is a MT45 Cummins 24 valve. I guess there's a MT55, and I think I saw a MT65 somewhere, something like that. I don't know. It's the headless pores, man. Got jokes. Got silly dad jokes for sure. Got some thunder. Big Daddy's up to something. Okay. Pretty much right on the money right there. 11 quarts. I got 2 quarts left in here. Back up, top off sauce. All right, before starting this up, need to batten down these hatches here. Okay, so tighten this. Oil fill. Fuel cap tighten up there. Finger down. This one on there. Let's take this thing for a spin. Okay, before we start it up, gotta remove all the tools out of the way. Also, got some nuts. Forget about these buckets. Just a drain. What's up, PJ? Not to forget is what's up, Key? Let's start this thing up. One more thing to not forget, off of the list of other things not to forget, drink water. The humidity level is at stupidity level right now. It's 88, but so thankful for the shade and not being too hot, but it's still sweat factor. I ain't even really doing much physical activity. Okay, second start of the day. First start with the new oil in it. Got 11 quarts. So wait to start. I'm gonna let this run for a bit, cycle through, Okay, so earlier I changed out some of the LED lights on that side. It was down low. Now there's two strips up above. There was one that was running low, like on saved quite a bit of money, doing this myself. All right, well, it's been about an hour. Still ain't rained yet. It's been, it was thundering earlier, but let's check this oil here real quick, see what level it's at. What level are we at? Looks like just below full. Could probably take like a quarter of a quart. I don't know if you can see that very good, but not bad. Let's call that good and just keep an eye on it for a while. I don't want to put too much in there. But yay! All right, thanks for joining me with this oil change. Hopefully you made it all the way through with me. Be sure to push that like button, the subscribe button, and ring that bell. Ding, 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 ding. Leave comments too. Enjoy your comments, whether negative or not, positive, it's all good. I can handle it. Thank y'all. Take care. Okay, let's call that good for now.